Okay, next we're going to look at numbers 59 and 60. They're the area problems. The first one uses Heron's formula. It's a formula that only involves the sides of the triangle. If you notice, we just have three sides of the triangle, and this is not a right triangle, so you can't just multiply, base times height here because we don't really know the height. But if you did try to sketch this triangle out, you would notice that it is not a right triangle. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of draw this thing out, just to give you an idea of what it kind of looks like. And so this would be like this would say this would be 3, this would be 5, this would be 6. But the way to figure this one out, whenever you're given three sides, I call it the side case. You always use Heron's formula. It Heron's formula looks like this. You find the semi-parameter. That's you add three sides, divide by 2. Which if you add three sides, divide by 2, you get 7. And then we just plug 7 into Heron's formula and plug all the sides into A, B, and C. You simplify and you get 7.5. If this was centimeters, if it was 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, then this answer would be like 7.5 centimeters squared, something like that. Okay. That's if you have a side case. Well, if we're still not dealing with the right triangle, what if we have this? What if we have a side angle side case? So I'm going to use my triangle tool. Now, this is going to look almost like an equilateral triangle, but it's just so I can draw it quickly. So if this is side A, which is 10, well, then let's call this angle A. You always make the thing across. Let's call this side B, which is 6. That would mean this is angle B. And we're not given side C, we're given angle C. So if you notice, we have a side angle side case right here. That A looks kind of like a 9. It's a little 9ish. Don't want that to be any niner than it is. So whenever you have the side angle side case, you use this formula. The area is equal to a side times another side times the angle between them. It doesn't matter what formula you use. They're really all the same formula. I memorized this version of it when I was in school, or when I really teaching geometry. This is the one I'm most familiar with. But you just do 1/2 of the side times the other side times the sine of the angle. And there's a reason why it works out that way. I'll show you why. Okay. This right here, if this would be the altitude. Well, how do we figure out that altitude? Well, you could do this. You could do, this side would be like the opposite side of this angle right here, right? And then that means that, here I have the hypotenuse. So that's why it's 1/2 of, side times another side times this angle. But the problem is, since we're given that 50-degree angle, let me just reorient this thing. Instead of using that height, let me find this height right here, this thing right here. And let's say this was like your base. Well, if B right here, if this is your base, then if you do the math, 1/2 of A times sine of C is going to be this opposite side right here.